Up. Woo! Morning, 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 or afternoon, or evening, whatever you call it today. Oh man, you feel almost bad for Diddy because man, it's just he's having a rough go, real rough go. A lot of these allegations are not true, and a lot of the allegations are money driven. And when you see it, it displays a entire different epilogue of how people's actions can change. When you start thinking about the greatest people to ever do things, or how something is, portrayed, you start looking at it from a different light. Booyah! Didn't know you couldn't see me. Now you can see me. There you go. There you go. Now we in HD. Now we in complete HD. Oh. Now, here's the thing though, and this is what's getting people. I got this new beautiful stand, so I ain't gotta hold it with my hand all the time. Let's see if it works better this way now. Well, it's still showing this thing here. I don't know why is it doing that. I'm like, why is it showing the knob? That knob shouldn't even be involved in this. Maybe I'm supposed to have it on this side. Let's see. All right. Now it's just showing the other part. So it's just what it is, man. I can't deal with this. Now let's get to it. Forget it. Now, Sean Puffy Combs has been having a tough go at it, folks. I've been trying to tell people for the longest, and they didn't seem to understand it before. Hopefully, they understand it now. That Puffy has been put in a different situation than he's ever been in his entire life. And when you start noticing things are not the same or on a whole different scale, you start to see things for what they really are. And when you look at Puff, you see Puff is this character that is built up around other people. His net worth is built up around other personalities, connections that he have in the business. Now, he's got to ride this out, and as you can see, it's taking an effect on him. You seen the last photo of him? That that ain't how Diddy look at all. You ain't never seen Diddy looking like that ever. Diddy looked like he been stuck up, robbed, thrown in a cell, and just got out of prison. You seen the thumbnail? That ain't what Diddy looked like. His mental state ain't been well. All because for the first time in his life, he has been told he can't do something. Like, you're not allowed. He couldn't go to the Grammy party. He couldn't participate in the hip hop at 50. He couldn't do that. He couldn't participate in. They had another thing they did, after parties. That's normally his thing. He was told to stay at home, and he was gonna try to make an appearance and just show up. to the party, and he wouldn't even get invited. None of the people really want to be around him, and they saying, you know why? It has nothing to do with you, but you know why we don't want to be around you, right? So, well, when you settle, people think that admits guilt. Diddy settled because he had other lawsuits pending with the liquor company, which is the results of a lot of this stuff being brought to the forefront. So that's that. Then you have another situation where you have all of these different instances, and all these different incidents are happening, and people don't understand them. Like they're not making sense. Now, when you see people do this, you can start saying to yourself, like, oh, I get it now. They want us to be this way. They want us to be that way. We get it. We get it. But that ain't the case. See, Diddy was supposed to be at this fashion thing that they got coming up, one of those New York fashion things, and he wasn't invited. They told Diddy at the last minute, like they were gonna see if he could sneak in, because there's like no real, like no TMZ there. You know, it's only fashion people, the fashion media, and they just take the pictures and go out. And Diddy was ready to make an appearance. You know, since he settled, he was forced into settlement to where he had to sell his DeLeon company and his Ciroc company. So all his shares are bought out, and he is completely out of the liquor business, where he probably won't be allowed back in. Now everybody's saying you reap what you sow. What did he reap? What did he sow? Okay, this woman participated and got down, Cassie, and she was with everything that happened. It's just that when she left, she said nothing. Nobody stopped her from leaving. She left with the doggone strength and conditioning coach and realized strength and conditioning ain't gonna pay the bills that she like. She got a family, she got her kids, and that's that. But here's the thing. Diddy was not one that was even selling music. He's been vibing off of his old catalog for I don't know how long. Now, when y'all hear what she was involved and engaged in, you guys start jumping the gun. You guys start going all off. Oh my God! That girl was doing that because she wanted to get far. There was many other Cassies. Come on. There's been way more Cassies. It's just that some have a flourishing career. But what would Cassie would have been without Diddy? You wouldn't even know her name. So, right, she'd have just been getting ran through by a bunch of broke dudes. So now she got ran through by a bunch of rich ones. And look, she's rich now. So she could thank Diddy for that. You don't force somebody into a freak off. Either you in or you out. Nobody gets forced into a freak off. Will there be a Patreon version to this? There usually almost is a Patreon version to everything. As we've been updating the Patreon on a lot, the Joe Budden news kind of surprised some people. That him sleeping with his manager, his male manager. which shouldn't have came as a shot. You want to know more about that? Just go to the Patreon. Vince McMahon situation was explained. You saw that. I mean, come on, shoot. If we don't do that, shoot, Nas got more freak offs than probably Diddy. All these dudes had these freak offs. What about Luke Campbell? Freak offs. I mean, y'all act like Diddy invented the freak off. Like he gonna put out a CD. I invented the freak off. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Right, all these dudes been doing these freak offs. Russell Simmons and Brett Ratner. And then they start getting hit with allegations. Now Brett Ratner can't direct no movies no more. They were going crazy though. They tore New York up. It was Michael Jordan there. Michael Jordan was there for about 2 or 3 of those freak offs. But Mike go do his own thing. Mike could go to a party, like a steakhouse, and then if there's gambling there, he's involved. So this was Mike was playing. MJ. Him, Russell Simmons, and Ahmad Rashad. Forgot who else was there. And they were all gambling. And then all the hoes was came in the bathroom with them. And that chick that be on the reality show now, she was there. What's her name? Claudia or whatever. One of MJ's little bang pieces. She be running her mouth now like she can speak on stuff. Be like, do you know what you used to do? Right, and that's how the Kennedy girl got involved. Michael Jordan tried to take her up. He tried to take the Kennedy girl. Told her to meet her in his room. Oh, that Victoria chick, Mike had her, Claudia Jordan. Yep, she was there, and that Victoria chick was there. And Kennedy. And Michael Jordan took to ask her, he said, go to my room. She's like a real ugly political chick. Now she do podcast stuff. But yeah, that's like her biggest claim to fame. Michael Jordan invited me to his room. I'm like, Michael Jordan invited you. Out of all the talent that was there, Mike was really drunk. MJ was blasted. Oh yeah, this story has been told 1,000 times. She didn't go. She chose not to go to the room, but the other girl did. So, oh yeah, like the stream. Yeah, I mean, if you go to the Patreon right now, I'm quite sure y'all seen my video with Sanaa Lathan and Diddy and doggone French Montana. Oh, about Marv Albert and him biting hoes? Yeah, Marv Albert was crazy too. They was like, Marv Albert's a freak. Like, yeah, just because you hear him calling out those games. Shoot, Marv Albert be getting it in. He'd be, what a spectacular move as she's taking off the bra. And there goes the panties and there goes the red bottoms. She makes her way to the bed and here comes Marv Albert. Ah! And he proceeds to bite her. He's like, are you gonna narrate the entire sex scene? Yes. Oh man. It's crazy. Totally crazy. So friends have been checking in on Diddy. Going back to him now. Friends have been checking in on Diddy because they don't think he's well. They think you forgot about the Biden allegation. That's what I thought you was talking about. I forgot about the Biden allegation. He bit somebody and got his job back. How you bite some hoes, get sued for biting some chicks? They matching the teeth marks and everything. Like, he bit me. He's a biter. You know, he ain't know that wasn't allowed. Diddy really ain't got the FU money. No, he don't. Diddy don't have FU money. Diddy has popularity and and he has a lot of fanfare. You see, the thing about Diddy is he has a lot of clout. Well, he used to. This allegation has hurt his clout. So when you have something that comes along that hurts your bottom line, it hurts your clout, it hurts your position in life, you're put in a bad predicament. It puts you in a bad situation where people can't see you in a certain light anymore. Yeah, it's currency. It's more than currency. It's putting you in a situation where if you're unstable, you're not going to be able to deal with it. Your personality can't sustain. Now, I've seen a lot of people come and go in this game. But when you're not doing something properly, it's a harder situation altogether. Vince McMahon's legacy and everything he's done is ruined. Like, what Vince McMahon has done, you shouldn't be able to recover from. But now, it's been a couple of days later, no one even cares. But Diddy is the worst thing that ever happened. McMahon has had stuff going back 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. It's worse the situations that have happened in WWE. Worse. And Vince was right there the whole time. We're talking 11-year-old boys, 14-year-old boys. That's and y'all talking about Diddy? Y'all need to be talking about that. That right there. That's severe. Now, everything else you've been seeing has been like a money grab. Absolutely. I was trying to get more on the Dolan things while I make the video. But yeah, I do got the James Dolan video coming. A lot of this stuff is money grab, you know? When you don't have your ducks in a row, this becomes the Pat Patterson. Oh man, it's way more than Pat, dog. It's a lot. Yeah, Pat is just one of them. It was a whole team of them, and including a black dude. Yeah, y'all got to go to the Patreon. When this is over, go to the Patreon. You'll learn more about it. Yeah, Diddy is out here, man. He ain't dyeing his beard. Diddy is out here like not good, and his kids was worried about him. You know, Puff don't have money liquid. This is why he's selling his businesses. This is why he settled with the. He had to go ahead and settle with the and cash out a lot of his properties he owned. See what Diddy have is stuff. So his net worth is built on what he got and his stuff. Now that he's sold all these stuff, like Puff used to be a billionaire, remember? Like Puffy's a billionaire. He ain't in the billionaire status no more. His net worth has dropped about 300-400 million. He don't have the liquor deal no more. He had to settle that for cash. Undisclosed amount of money. Liquidity rules, but the best thing about it is knowing how to go and when to go liquid. When you don't have to be liquid, that's even better. For an example, if all of this stuff is like I got is charged to my business owns it. I don't own it, but my business owns it, and I own the business. So you see how that goes? Like on paper, I can make this much, but it's all written off. So it's like I don't make anything. So where it looks like, oh well, you're not liquidly rich, you get to do everything you want to do for free. So it's a different, it's a whole different type of explanation in a whole different world. Puffy can't sell records. All he does is sell Biggie and Mace, all the old songs that he got in his catalog. He's been using that catalog to make billions and billions of dollars. Yeah, I have a lot of those tax codes. So I see them a lot. Probably more than most. Mm-hmm. I didn't say they were private. I'm just saying I have most of those tax codes. Like already the ones that you well, here's the another thing. There are some tax codes that even though you said they might be public, it's not a problem. You're not aware of them. And there's certain tax codes that benefit and you wouldn't qualify for. Like Roth IRA accounts, solo Roth, like these are different type of tax codes to lean into. Like I have a whole book on it. Who doesn't have a Roth? Probably everybody in this chat. But okay, you've heard of an IRA Roth, but have you heard of a solo Roth? You see? There's certain things they don't teach you. Now, a solo Roth is for the wealthy. Now, if you have a solo Roth, they don't teach you about those. Those are entirely different from a regular Roth. Those are the ones that really help you get the money and get to where you need to be. And they're tax deductible. They're tax free. You won't be charged taxes. But that's a whole nother situation. So okay, now CW the expert on all of it. Now, no, Diddy had sold the house that was Kim Porter's. He sold that house. He sold her cars. Um, his daughters, the twins that he got, his two girls, they they have a fund that he put together a children's education fund, which is another Roth. But he cashed that in. Did he cash that in? So now he cut that one off. They got them an agent now to represent them. And adults do adult things. It's called adulting. Not every adult has a Roth account. OJ is living off his pension. Okay, he had a great NFL pension. So spending about 9 years in jail help you not spend it. So they can't go after his pension. That's why the Goldman's guy was upset. Plus anything else that OJ does, he knows to take cash. Diddy had a hangar full of planes, automobiles, everything. He had a wing, meaning he owned an entire wing at an airport. He doesn't have that anymore. Diddy had to sell off a lot of his things. That's why the Cassie settlement is made in payments. He's trying to settle these other things out of court. Well, that's why they're doing what they're doing right now. They want to make sure everybody is all accounted for. Because if they don't, then they'll never make it. That's why the one with the 17, the girl who was 17 at the time, they're trying not to put her name out in the public, and they saying it's to protect the girl. But what's really happening is they're trying to work on a settlement plan. Well, his children was worried about him because he hasn't been. As you see that photo right there, Diddy. How many times you ever seen Diddy like that in your life? Diddy looking like that, scruffed. You don't see that ever. Diddy had that beard all dyed up. He gonna have the oil shine. He gonna be ready to go. Oh, that's not a Photoshop thumbnail. That's Diddy. No, what he's depressed because he's missing out on the things that he does. Yeah, he messed with those people that owned Ciroc and those French Canadian people are the ones that put him in his place and they've humiliated him. Diddy can't go to the parties. He can't go to these events. See, this is how Diddy networks when he goes out and about and go amongst the people and all these things. By settling with Cassie in this Me Too climate, it makes him look completely just vulnerable. You know, he owned a percentage of Proactive. Remember the acne thing, Proactive? Yeah, so he wasn't just the pitch man for Proactive. He was the sponsor. I'm betting on the 49ers. So those big conglomerates reached out to Cassie and told her to come out against Diddy. Well, no, she was gonna do that. No, they were settling, period. They were settling, and while they were settling, Diddy and them said he was being extorted. Now, all of a sudden, Cassie, who said she didn't want anything from him but to be free, she never mentioned any of these things. And believe me, there's been videos of her. You've seen the videos. She don't look like she's forced to do a damn thing. She looks very comfortable in doing the things she was doing. That's how I know that one dude, the one that he was living with, who was his right hand man, who ended up turning on him. Now he's singing a whole new leaf. Now he out here blaming Cassie. Well, it's Cassie's fault. I'm like, oh, he got a bag. But I wouldn't trust a guy like that. Because a guy like that is a straight snake. He know damn well the first time he came out and spoke, that Roger Bonds guy, yeah, I don't trust a word he says. He knew when he came out what he was about. The whole time. Nobody was thinking like him. Isn't it strange he was the only one thinking like that? My thing is that what would it take you? What would it take you to finally believe what is true? That's what I want to know. When how much does it take for you to believe that? The stock game is crazy right now. It has a good setup like an MF. You're right. But it's fool's gold. You're not going to make money on the stock market. The way it's set up, it's a good setup, but where's the payout? 20, 30 years? See, Roger Bonds was paid heavily. He's one of those guys that they loyal as long as the money coming in. It's like Kanan and Famous. Famous, your loyalty come at a price. So if your loyalty comes at a price, you're not loyal. Man, Kenny, man, your mom's is scary, dude. What was I supposed to do? And I bet she gave you some paper to keep quiet. Famous, your loyalty always come at a price. What you want me to do, Kay? Rochester, New York. What's up? Diddy had nothing to do with Pimp C in that situation. But what they reported about Pimp is not what happened to Pimp. My mental health is pretty good right now. It's stable. It's like on the balancing chart. Diddy know, like a lot of people, he's just waiting for things to die down. More people are talking about Diddy than they're talking about Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has more egregious claims, more egregious everything going on. But people are talking about and speaking on Diddy. I didn't think Diddy was that important. I had to fix the lighting in here. Oh, close this thing that's keep irritating you? Okay, I don't know why this irritates you, but I'll close it. People be, close the closet, man. Y'all OCD is crazy. Y'all thousands of miles away from somewhere and worried about it. Close the closet, man. Why is that closet open? Can't deal with it. Oh boy, I'm telling you. Why do y'all think I'm defending Diddy? But it's funny though. If a woman say mental health, everybody come running. Oh man, it's her mental health. That ain't right. A man say something about mental health. Oh man, he's weak. Cares about his mental health. Forget him. Deal with it. That's for Tupac. I be Tupac. He ain't got nothing to do with that. I can't trust it. I saw that documentary. It's for Tupac. Diddy paid the money. He paid the money. Yeah, you paid him $1 million. He paid the most money ever for a hit. That's more money for JFK and everybody combined. $1 million, you could wipe out Death Row. And I'm like, he gonna pay these misfits $1 million? Somebody they already know? See, that's the thing about a hit man. You ain't supposed to know the hit man. That's the key. When you talk about a hit man, the job is for them to do the hit and get out of town and go from someplace else. Nobody's supposed to know who the hit man is. That way, it's harder for them to put 2 and 2 together. Who in the world does that? All right, you got these idiots out here. What's their name? Keefy D. Waddling around here like a duck. You in there ratting. Going to the police station ratting, one, because he didn't got caught, don't want to do the time for all the crimes he done did. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You coming in there, man, I'm a gangster, dude. I'm a gangster. And well, if you gangster, then do your time, gangster. You talking about you was in the car. You passed somebody the gun and you put it in your book. I passed them the gun. Okay, when they finna pass you a sentence. Now they finna pass your ass around in jail. Congratulations. You get your stupid ass pride. I don't see what the problem is. Not at all. Diddy and Clive had a relationship? I wouldn't doubt it. Because he was not going to get extorted for money. So he said, forget that. Why am I going to get extorted for money? No need. You said I never told you Snoop did a song for who? You said I never told you Snoop did a song with what? With who? What are you talking about? No, here's the thing. You're supposed to do crime and not talk about crime because it's a crime. When if, dog, you've been seeing all this stuff, mainly the past 2 years because of podcasts. People are going crazy with this podcast and with this whole, what you want to call, it's not just the podcast, it's just in general. This whole entitlement. And these people have done crimes and they go on TV and talk about the crime like it's the craziest thing ever. Like, yeah, man. I mean, I was 17 and yeah, we tied her up, put her in the trunk, but I ain't the one that popped her, that was Mozzie and them, they did all that. Yeah, but they were the shooters. They shoot. Now what they do, man, yeah, they the shooters. So, when you see that, I'd be like, man, it's crazy. That's nuts. Oh, yeah, I got some professional mic thing here for Christmas. Still ain't used it yet. So I got this for Christmas. We finna be in February, and I still ain't open. It's been sitting there since Christmas. Professional condenser microphone. So we gonna try to get it upstage. I might put it in the office and do the professional thing. But Snoop doing a song with Big Dre. I don't know. Probably didn't think it was worthy enough to be mentioned. Mm-hmm. Pretty much so, but my thing is this. If we're going to talk about, let's look at the narratives of what Diddy has in store for him. What they could do is put him in a mental institution. You can get Diddy help if he's having these type of like depressional thoughts. This is a man that Gene Deal said tried to commit suicide over a situation. that went down. That he was so distraught. He was when Suge Knight had his baby moms and everything else. He's about to take his own life. He was that distraught. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be in that state, you know? He should just go to Bali with Russell Simmons. Shoot, everybody gonna be over in Bali in a minute. R. Kelly should have been there. I told R. Kelly to run. When they came and raided the studio the first time and said that, well, we that studio couch, that thing is like a bed. So we call he's like, I sleep there sometimes 'cause I'm working in the studio. So what do you mean we closing it down? Yeah, we shutting this down because this is like I was like, you better run. Okay, the DA is making speeches. You don't even have a detective up there. They don't even have a case yet. Run. He had his money and everything then. I'd be like, shut it down now. Circle the wagons. Run. But he was thinking, I haven't done anything. I'm like, run. He was still doing shows, showing up, and the people in the shot, you know, they don't give a damn. They want to hear them songs. F them hoes. Sing my song, Kels. Go ahead, Kels. So, all the stuff they was convicting him off of was a documentary. And the fact that I would not participate. No, I'm saying I didn't have a conversation with R. Kelly and tell him to run. I'm saying I did a video here saying, R. Kelly, you better run. So let me give you clarity on that so you understand. That's what it means. I didn't talk to R. Kelly personally, but they damn sure called me to try to see if I wanted to roll over on R. Kelly, you know, and that was something I wasn't gonna do. Not for them, not for anybody. I don't want nothing to do with it because they had Tiffany Hawkins already, which I wasn't gonna bring up Tiffany at all into this guy because, you know, she signed papers, she took money the first time around, so there's only certain things she can say legally that R. Kelly can't sue her on. So, well, they tried to find wiggle room around everything. He sued her for the Kale sued her for that interview she did. Well, the 69ers, yeah, I gotta go with the 69ers. It's like it's like the two evils. Which one you gonna take and roll with? So now I gotta roll with the 69ers. If I gotta go, it's either them or the Kansas City Chiefs. I gotta go with the 69ers. I can give I'm gonna be there watching commercials. Yeah, they didn't want anything though. I've always called them the 69ers. It's nothing different. Man, I ain't taking my buddy nowhere near no damn Diddy party. No, it wasn't just Tiffany was the one that lived on my block. So she stayed houses down from where the R. Kelly incident happened. So that's how I know Tiffany. I know Tiffany. You know, like that was the first one that sued him. So she told me she was like not dating him, but that they were working together in the studios. So she told me all of that, and then when everything like was, you know, the whole neighborhood knew about it. But yeah, and me and her talking. But it was another girl I worked with that I used to go to high school with. Now she was sleeping with the baseball coach at our school. So she was already in a relationship with the baseball coach. And the baseball team was winning like city championships. So, you know, we couldn't do nothing about that. The school wasn't gonna do nothing about that. Like I said, all the teachers at my school was sleeping with students. So that was the craziest thing ever. So it wasn't even unusual for us. It was just like, yeah, well, it's another teacher, another student, teacher sleeping with teachers. It was crazy in there. Oh my goodness, it was. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just man. I'm thinking about all right now. I'm thinking about high school. You got me thinking about high school and all the teachers that was dating and sleeping with each other and sleeping with students. It was just all crazy. I'm like, there's any education going on in this school? That's what I'm sitting there thinking. Like, was any education going on in the school? Yeah, it was crazy. That's how they saying that the value increased up to 330 million. They have no way of really proving that. You know, because here's the thing. Taylor Swift got them trending more on social media because it's Taylor Swift at the games. So they got young people watching clips. They're not meaning that they're watching the games. Like the young people are actually sitting and watching the games. And it's not true. Sometimes they be like, oh, they show Taylor. They watch it on social media. So they have more appeal that could generate more money doing other things. But to sit there and say, oh, like more people are coming to the games now. They got a whole new audience. These 8 to 13-year-olds, they're watching the game, the NFL now. It's not true. It's just building more social media chatter. So now we got to have Eminem at the games every day now. We're going to need, right. I mean, and they sit there and just Shannon Sharp gonna go against, she don't move the needle. And just how you gonna just disrespect Beyonce like that? You know, whatever you might think of Beyonce, she damn sure moved the needle because she got white fans, more white fans than she do black fans. To be 100% honest, she about, her white fans is here, black fans is about here. They about even. Then not to mention Hispanic, Indian women that love Beyonce. She has something Taylor Swift ain't got. Her white fans is up here. They love some Beyonce. Now, the Beehive and all that stuff. Now, when you look at the Swifties that they can call themselves, that's just, when you look at the black people that's in that, that's down to here. So, how the hell you just moving the needle? Yeah, for white folks. But Beyonce right there with the white folks, and she got the Latina folks, and she got the black folks. You look at Taylor Swift black numbers down here. So how the hell she moving the needle? Beyonce ain't moving the needle when she hitting in all demographics. See, Chad needed me up there. I'll be like, I don't listen to Beyonce music, but guess who liked that? Yes, Taylor Swift is gonna sell 110 million albums when she was doing country music. You know she came in doing country songs, right? Country music don't sell. She came in with a guitar. Yeah, she came in doing all them honky tonky songs before they turned her into Britney Spears. Diddy is more hurt for the first time in his life. He was told he can't be involved in something. And he it's probably been a very long time since he's been told. It's probably it's probably been a long time. Probably been like since the early '90s. He was told he wasn't involved in something. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the super chats. My cash app is Carcino, Karceno. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. Um, well, a lot of these women are trying to say uh, Diddy is out here doing what people would call revenge porn or revenge adult film and all that stuff. But when you look at it and you see Brother Love right there, it's all about what's going on with him right now. He's stressed. Everything around him is falling apart. And his mental state isn't well. Yeah, Diddy is going down the wrong roads um, because for what he's been doing his whole life was all legal. Everybody's doing it. He's throwing freak offs in these parties, the after party, after party. That's what he always did. Diddy and all these people, they doing all these crazy numbers. They don't feel sorry for him. This is all about somebody that don't like you making you do something against your will. Now he's the person they coming after. Where's Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans? Exactly. Do you know what Faith Evans did? Faith Evans just slept with the whole industry. Nobody said nothing about her. Faith Evans just slept with this entire goddamn industry, right along with Mary J. Blige. Mary J. would give it up to a damn dude at a hot dog stand. And there are others. We just discussed this on the Patreon. Like, they mollied her. Tupac's so-called engaged wife. We weren't gonna get married. Oh, really? Says who? Who said y'all was getting married? Because Pac ain't said that. She gonna claim that. Oh, Kadada. She went running right over the Puff. Less than 6 months after Pac was dead, she over there kicking it with Puffy. That's what they do. You see, when people got something on their mind, that's how they respond. They come in the room and make a whole thing change. It's like a whole different vibration. When you start looking at Diddy and everything that he's about and what he's supposed to be about, he's always seemed to fall short of what they say he's supposed to be. So the image that he portrayed in the media and everything else is not who he is when the camera goes off. The only lawsuit they care about is the Cassie one. It got blown up the moment it came leaking out because Diddy didn't settle behind closed doors like he should have. But he didn't want to do it for that price. And when it went to the public, those people made it go to everywhere, international. Now they're starting to try to turn it into a trafficking situation. And once you start doing that, now you're turning it into a whole different conversation. So now that conversation is going to go east and west. And you don't want that. Was Diddy possessive over Cassie? Yes. Was Jay-Z possessive over Beyonce? Yes. Did Diddy do some things to Beyonce or around Beyonce? Yes. Will you ever hear anybody come out and say that about Jay? No. Did Solange attack Jay-Z because of the way he was treating Beyonce on an elevator? Yes. Did we have all this information before it was leaked to the public and we told y'all about it here on YouTube? Yes, we did. Becky with the good hair, everybody trying to figure out who it is. We told y'all exactly who it was. And it happened to be the wife of your former business partner and best friend. The last thing he was on was Jimmy Kimmel. Right before everything broke, he was on Jimmy Kimmel. That was it. That was the last big thing he had. I don't know. But look at that though. When it's Vince McMahon, right? The girl's identity's leaked. Her photo is leaked. All of this is anonymously leaked, right? So that the whole public know her name, know what she looks like. She's not a rich woman, so that the fans could harass her, right? Now, when they black, we don't know who this girl was. Um, they got to keep her name anonymous, and only person that gets slandered is the person with the profile, the person that's known. That person has to deal with all the slander. Holly Berry doesn't have to worry about movie roles because she doesn't even need them really. She's a spokesperson. She has endorsements that she does speaking engagements for. She has Revlon deals. They pay her millions. So she doesn't have to go out and get a movie role. Certain people have things and engagements that's built on endorsements and sponsorships that are connected to her, to the brands. So Puffy, his personality, his public image is connected to his brands. That's like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is supposedly worth, oh man, Kevin Hart is worth about $600 million. Net worth is $600 million. I'm like, Kevin Hart net worth is worth that much if you add up what he could get from all of his contracts and assets and what he's worth. From what they're projecting he should earn from movies and everything else, what the film does, he generates this type of revenue. Now, if you look at what he actually has, it's not that. Not even close. But he's not broke. But the scenarios always change and flip around. Now, if you look at it from every angle there is a situation in which other people have come along and made um, some bad examples, and they created some horrible outlooks on what has taken place from present, past, future. People don't people don't seem to get it sometimes, you know. When you don't seem to get it, it's because you don't understand. Um, No, it's it's like a puzzle that's kind of complicated, but it isn't. People taking all of these shortcuts to try to get something that they feel they deserve or something that they feel is theirs. You know? Ah, I've seen it. I've seen things come and go in this business. I've seen it. Things materialize that shouldn't have materialized. I've seen things develop that shouldn't have developed. I've seen countless opportunities just gone by the wayside. I've seen tired. Puffy wants someone to feel sorry for him. He does. I mean, I won't lie to you, Tracy. That is exactly what he wants. But you got to look at this from what they are connected to, like with Kevin Hart and what I said he's afraid of. Now he's in an opportunity where he could lose Disney, Netflix, Nike. All of these things could be going away because of what was released by his personal assistant. Nothing Cat Williams was saying that was going to damage him. It damaged him with the perspective of black people. You know, some of them that I heard him on social media and say, "Oh, he did this to Cat Williams, and now he ain't funny." But you gotta understand, this is not hurting him at the box office right now. The Lift movie didn't quite do what Netflix would want it to do, and I don't know if Cat Williams had something to do with that, but it kind of didn't. The movie was bland anyway, but it is what it is. Now, as for everything else that was mentioned, whew, I might be going back to sleep. Chris Creek, I don't think you've been here long enough to make an assessment. How am I a professional hater? What I'm saying, I don't even know how that even is classified as hate. I'm trying to even understand what the heck are you talking about. But right, it's like, what is it? What is he even talking about? Yeah, it sound like Chris Creep. It sound like Chris Creep. Yeah, this couch is comfortable. I ain't gonna even lie to you, dog. Mm. Yeah, he wants some attention. Chris Creep. So, if Rock loses all that, he lose Nike, he lose Disney, he lose Netflix. He's lost everything. He's back to the chitlin circuit. So it's very vital. His career is on the line. Yeah, go back to the creek. Now, yeah, well, when you look at it from that point of view and you have that kind of attitude about it, It could take an ugly turn. More uglier than the masterpiece sneaker. What time is it? Oh, it's like 5:30. Man, perfect time to take another nap. So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Don't forget to support the page. Welcome to HD IITV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Ticket TV, Kwame Brown, Bus Life. He's probably live right now. But your boy is finna lay it down. Lay it down. Straight up. No doubt. So thank y'all for your time. As always, respect.